Hey folks, I'm your host BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. 8:38 this morning, 68 degrees in LJ. Josh, tell people how they can contact the show. Okay, so yesterday the president spoke at the Faith and Freedom Coalition. Now, if MSNBC, CNN, if any of the networks were to play some of the cuts, some of the sound bites of the president's speech yesterday at the Faith and Freedom Coalition. Now, let me tell you something. These people absolutely hate Christianity. I understand you're shaking your head, but yes, they do. They hate it. They hate everything about it. Okay? They love the government. They think government is God. They want government to run our lives. So you need to understand, I absolutely love this country. I do not love my government. But these people absolutely worship government, love government, and feel that government is the answer to all things. So if they were to play some of these clips from Trump, it may humanize Trump. People may see a side of Trump that the media never shows, the percentage that don't get a chance to watch anything else. Let's start at this clip. Let's play just a little bit of the president at the Faith and Freedom Coalition yesterday. Let's hear what he has to say because the other media is not showing this. Go ahead, play that, Josh.
I'm only kidding. They're going to take it seriously. You know, they're going to go out. We have breaking news. They're going to say, see, I told you he wants to be a dictator. I told you that. They are unbelievable what they do. You have to say it with a big smile on your face. Otherwise, and even that doesn't work. Bill understands that, right, Bill? We're cherishing our nation's religious heritage once again. My administration has taken historic action to protect religious liberty. We're protecting the conscience rights of doctors and nurses and teachers and groups like the Little Sisters of the Poor. We're with them. Made a lot of progress. We've taken action to uphold free speech on college campuses. Colleges are now, by the way, looking around very carefully when they throw conservatives and religious folks off of their campuses. Looking around very, very carefully because they have a big, fat, beautiful monetary penalty to pay. I haven't heard too much about it since I did that a few months ago. Do you notice that? I haven't heard so much about that. We give them billions and billions of dollars, and then they don't let people speak. And I don't care, liberal, conservative, it doesn't matter. Republican, Democrat, but you can't do that. We're preserving our country's vital tradition of faith-based adoption, and we're proudly defending the sanctity of life. But keep fighting because, as most of the people in the room know, it's very fragile. Unfortunately, Democrat politicians have become increasingly hostile to pro-life Americans who want to help more children find a loving home and share their dreams with the world. Virtually every top Democrat lawmaker now supports taxpayer-funded abortion right up to the moment of birth. And by the way, if you watched Virginia, the governor, after the moment of birth, that was something that nobody heard of before. After the moment of birth. Nobody believed it. I had never heard of it. I don't think anybody had heard of it. When he talked about wrapping the child and then discussing with the mother whether or not she wants to keep, the child is born. So that becomes an execution. That becomes an execution. Every child, born and unborn, is made in the holy image of God, and that is why I have asked Congress to prohibit the late-term abortion of babies. And they'll do that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. During my first week in office, I reinstated the Mexico City policy. People thought that wasn't going to be happening. We've issued a final rule to prohibit Title X taxpayer funding from subsidizing the abortion industry. And just last month, our administration ended federal funding of fetal tissue research. All of us working to foster a culture that celebrates the sacred worth of every human life. And this could all change very quickly. Just remember, we've done things that nobody thought possible. We've done things that are so good and so righteous and also so fragile, so fragile.
I'm sorry if I played too much of that for you. I could watch the whole speech again. Why is that not on all the major networks? I tell you why, because that humanizes Trump. That doesn't make Trump look like the rapist that they have tried this week to make Trump look like. Remember this woman yesterday, hang tight, I had it here yesterday, I sent the email. Just a minute, I might have it. If I don't, the woman, remember the woman for the last couple of days that Trump threw allegedly in the dressing room, and she went in, and now we know that she is a Obama supporter. She gave to Hillary Clinton supporter. The list goes on. We know that about her. We know it's nothing but a lie. We watched her fall apart. But if you watch that video there at Trump's speech, it may humanize him. You may think, he's just real. He actually can be funny. He gave a very good speech yesterday. And they did not touch that last night. They don't want to touch that. All right? Let me give you a couple things. Protect religious liberty for doctors, nurses, freedom of speech, faith-based adoption, sanctity of life. You see, the picture, the money pic from yesterday, can you get that, Josh? I didn't send it to you. Can you get me the picture of the guy and his daughter laying face down in the river? That they made sure last night that they spoke his name 12 times. Okay, that's the money pick. Pro-life American taxpayer abortions. They want taxpayer abortions. Okay, they want to abort a child up to birth and after birth. Now here's the line they do not want. And Trump will get this line out. If the media doesn't touch it, he will get it out. He will keep doing interviews. What you seen yesterday, he will do interviews with Chuck Todd. He will do interviews with the liberals that you're wondering, why is he talking to Chuck Todd? Why is he talking to Chris Wallace? Why is he talking to George Stephanopoulos? Okay, put that picture up. You see, that is supposed to tear the evangelicals away from Trump. They are working to try to move the voters, the evangelical voters, into a compassion, what Jesus would do. With this right here, they are trying to move voting blocks away from Trump. And they don't take that off the screen. I've seen enough of that. They don't want you to hear, the child is born. That's an execution. They don't want you to hear that. The child is born, okay? That's an execution. And America is not okay with that. America is not okay with late-term abortion. America is not okay with the baby being in the birth canal and being dismembered and removed. America's not okay with that. And that's why last night in the debate, the abortion question came up, but all the candidates were protecting a woman's right. Now, they did say to an abortion, but a woman's right to her health care, women's health care, okay? And transgenders got in there too. How did this happen? Cory Booker wants to protect the black trans females. What the hell? What are those? Wouldn't you like to see a picture of that? But they wanted to protect a woman's right to choose. Okay? Inslee actually said, and this is the governor of Washington State. This guy was a joke. Oh my God. He is climate change, climate change, climate change. We're burning alive today. Where is he at? Where's Inslee at? I got him here in a minute. Hold on. I should have had one on. There he is. Yeah, 31. There's Inslee. All right. And here's what was interesting. Inslee says, I'm the only one on the stage that has actually fought to make sure it's legal to murder children, to murder the babies. I've done more to murder children than anyone on the stage. Amy Klobuchar says, hey, I think there's 3 women on the stage, and I think there's 3 women on the stage that have done as much as you have to help. There you go. Number 20. So he talks about what a great track record he has murdering children. And Amy Klobuchar jumps up and says, hey, Jay Inslee, I've done as much. I know there's 3 women on the stage, myself. This lady from Hawaii, nobody remembers her name. Well, they might today, because she became the anti-war Democrat. And they cringed over that one. But Elizabeth Warren and this lady over here, myself, we have worked very hard to make sure a woman has the right to kill a child. We have led the way in Congress to make sure murdering children's okay. And they all are going to, day one in office, make sure it's legal to kill your children with taxpayer. Kill the children, not your children. Kill America's unborn children. We'll go with that. People are starting to say, whoa, 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 BKP, chill out. On day one, I will make it legal to kill the American unborn child with taxpayer money if you elect me. Holy smokes. I'm your host, BKP. Let's take a break.